Hello and welcome back to another episode of Harold's Heavy Duty. I've got some juicy stuff for you today, especially if you are a truck owner. And that is because in today's video, I am going to go over 3 100K plus side hustles that you can do with a pickup truck. Not only are these good side hustles, but these are businesses that you can scale, that you can take and that you can turn into 6-figure, 7-figure, and 8-figure businesses. Many people have done it before, and so can you. As always, thank you guys so much for your support. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and give this video a like if you like the content and you want to see more. We have plenty of videos. Basically, I'm going over all kinds of different side hustles. Even if I have to just talk about them, that's okay. I don't have time to go explore every single one, but that's okay. That's why we're here. We're here to learn. We're here to learn about business and how to make money. Also, worth noting that I have a juicy piece of information that I really want you guys to try that's free and can earn you a lot of income. So make sure you stay till the end to hear this little juicy tidbit of info. I want to try it. I definitely want to see you guys try it because I've seen people doing this on social media, hint, hint, and they're killing it. And one last thing before we jump into the video, I have created a t-shirt company. It is called Harold's Terrific Tees. That's haroldsterrifictees.com. And I created this as a way for my channel, you guys, to support me if you want. So I will drop the link below. Go check out our t-shirts. We're going to do exclusive drops. So make sure you subscribe if you want those. It's haroldsterrifictees.com or harold'sheavyduty.com. I'm really excited to continue releasing these t-shirts, but you'll have to give me some opinions in the comments. Anyway, let's get to the video. So, you are a truck owner and you want to put Big Betty to big uses. Well, that's good because I'm about to talk about 3 different businesses, side hustles, if you will, that you can get into that can make you a lot of money. And the first one is going to be a little bit of what we do, actually, mostly on the channel, delivery services. So as many of you guys know, I deliver rock. I sell rock. I buy rock. I sell rock. It's simple. And I use my 7x14 Lamar dump trailer to deliver that rock. I'll go to the local landscaping store. I will load up on rock, depending on how much the customer needs, of course, is how much I'll get, and then I'll deliver the rock to them. Now, it doesn't stop here. Not only have I delivered rock before, I've delivered mulch, I've delivered dirt, I've even delivered manure. That's right. I've delivered poop and I've made over $100 an hour doing so too. I thought that was pretty funny, but you get the idea. And now you don't necessarily need to buy a trailer to get into this delivery service kind of gig, and even to make $100 an hour or more. Imagine cruising through town, windows down, burning a little bit of gas, but also making a little money. As long as you have a good and reliable GPS, you can get into things like the Grubhub, the food delivery. Not that it's going to make you $100 an hour, but that's just where the door opens. Partnering with local businesses to deliver certain things, to deliver parcels. You can offer a service to pick things up from the utility stores for a company. You can transport large items, playgrounds, wood. I mean, you name it, sky's the limit, and you can make good money doing this. And it would go something like this. I have a truck. I also have a Facebook. That's where I'd start, as you know, because Facebook marketing can be free if you do it the right way. And you might post up something for sale or for somebody and then offer a delivery fee for that item. Now, you can kind of go around Facebook and sometimes post up like delivery service because you are selling that, and you might get hits off of your Facebook marketplace listing as well too. Or you can create ads if you really want to, or go knock on people's door. Hey, do you need anything moved? Like, I'll move you some sand, I'll move some rock, I'll move some whatever. And that's a really good little side hustle. But if you really want to get into the meat and potatoes and you do have a trailer, this is where the door opens up even more. I don't know if you guys have heard of hot shotting, but you can definitely get into that as well. And I know people who are making a really healthy living, 6 figures plus, doing hot shotting. And what I mean by hot shotting is, hey, I have some time, I'm not doing anything with my trailer, I'm going to go ahead and deliver something really large. I hate to say really large, but just something in general from point A to point B. That might be within the state, that might be within the town, that might be another state. Now, there are two ways to do this. There's a CDL way and there's a non-CDL way. If you're doing the non-CDL way, you just need to keep your weight under a certain limit depending on your state. If you want to go down the CDL route, sure, you can probably make a little bit more money doing this, but you also got to go get a CDL. But that's okay because you can make a good chunk of chains doing this. Now, to make it to a 6-figure mark, we're really going to be looking to do about $500 of whatever it may be per day. 500 per week, 2,500 per, sorry, 500 per day, 2,500 per week, 10,000 per month, and then we're hitting 6 figures, 120K minus taxes. If you're really good with write-offs, you can easily walk away with 6 figures just for transporting things in your little truck or your big truck or your medium truck. And it could start off with local deliveries, small things, but it can also grow large, or you can do larger adventures like hot shotting. Second thing I want to talk to you guys about is something I've been toying with the idea of expanding into because it's a big old world out there, and that is landscaping, which I kind of do already in a way because I'm delivering landscaping materials to people. So I'm kind of just wrapped in it, but you can take it so much further than just delivering rocks. There are landscaping companies that start from nothing. They start from one person going door to door, asking people if they can mow their lawns or something, or trim their bushes or something. And by the way, I'm going to pause here. I highly suggest you wait till the end of this video to hear what juicy piece of info I have. I'm going to give you a turnkey business that might take some time, but can 100% earn you money and earn you as much money as what I'm telling you. And it has to do with what I'm talking about right now. So stick around. Anyways, landscaping. So get a lawnmower, put it in your pickup truck, get a gas can, put it in the back of your pickup truck, go around to local neighborhoods, reach out to different HOAs, and ask these people if you can mow their lawn for a given fee. Now, you're just going to have to figure out how much gas per lawn or how much gas per day are you going through to make sure you're buying enough, or you're charging enough, I should say, to make profits. But that's certainly a door that you can open and get into landscaping. One job can change the whole outcome of your business. So you've started a business, you've been getting some contracts, if you will, and you're going around to these neighborhoods and mowing people's lawns. Well, Joe Blow comes up to you and he says, hey, do you do anything else? I really need some new rock here, or I really need these bushes trimmed, or I really need this tree moved. That's a good one. That's a really good side hustle too. I need this tree moved. I need this stump grinded. I need, you name it. I could go into a bunch of stuff, but the doors open. And I actually found that as I ventured into the rock delivery, those doors started opening very quick, because as I was delivering the rock, people, and as I am delivering the rock, people are asking, can you spread the rock? Because the average person, unless they're really trying to save money, does not want to break their back moving a ton or two of rocks, and I really don't either. So where you might start doing that for people and charging them like $100 an hour or something reasonable that you both agree on, now you got enough money to buy a mini skid or something that you can use, and you don't have to use your muscles. You can just use some joysticks that you use to spread that rock, and you pay that off. One summer you build up enough funds to get that, the next summer you pay it off. It's actually something that I've been toying around with doing in my head, but you get the idea. all we're talking about is getting out there and trying to do some sort of landscaping thing, starting off if you want with a lawn care or some kind of lawn maintenance service. You can go to Rocks, and really all these doors start to open when you start to offer different services, or when people ask you if you can do different things. So that's a really good business, in my opinion. And I know many people who are making 7 or 8 figures in the landscaping industry. So that is a great industry to get in. And homes are always being built. So you might always have jobs. And if you stand out, sure, there might be some competition, but if you stand out, you're not going to have a problem growing at all. You hear my cat back there? He's telling us to do this as well. Alongside the rocks too, we have hardscaping. A lot of lawns are going away because people don't want to do the maintenance for these lawns. So they're having people like you and me come in and put a bunch of rock down or lay pavers. So that's certainly a good way for you to start venturing into the industry and making money too. And here's where it gets even more interesting. If you're in a state that has winter or snows, you can turn your landscaping company into a powerhouse. You can branch out and get into the snow removal. You can visit different apartment buildings and ask them, who's doing their snow removal? Are you happy with your snow removal? If I can give you a better price, for the snow removal, would you be willing to give us a shot? So you can start getting contracts with local businesses, with big businesses, with HOAs, with apartment buildings. When it snows here, which it was recently, some of these guys, they'll bring out four-wheelers and they'll bring out skids to just push this snow so that we can all get out of our complex and go to work and do our thing. That's a huge money maker in my state, and in any state that snows. Is there competition? Yes, guys, there's competition with every single thing that we do, but that's not the point, because if you do it better, there's not going to be an issue with your competition. Worth noting too, if you have a trailer, and you don't have to start with a trailer, but if you end up getting a trailer, now you can haul things like mini skids. You can haul things like excavators. Well, if you have an excavator, then you could get into little excavation projects, which can yield big money too. You can pave roads or lay out roads and like driveways and with like recycled asphalt or whatever, and do that with a skid steer too. And your trailer can then empower you to get a lot more done and transport all your stuff to where it needs to go. So number 3 is an interesting one. Number 3 was an idea I had in my mind. I didn't do it, but I know it can be lucrative. And this actually plays really well with the idea I'm going to give you guys here in a minute. Thank you so much for being patient. And number 2 and number 3 really work well with it. But anyways, number 3 is going to be power washing. Now, you don't necessarily need a trailer to start this. You can just get a truck and a good power washer. Your expenses might be a little bit more than it would be to do like delivery services, because you don't need anything besides what you already have, the truck, to do this. But it might be worth it. So there's a lot of companies who are asking power washing companies to come to their place and to power wash the heck out of the ground, because sometimes the ground gets nasty and it doesn't present well for these businesses. So one day I got really bored and I decided I want to go buy a really strong power washer, maybe not a top of the line power washer, but something strong. I went into an apartment complex and I asked them, hey, can I power wash your guys's premises, or maybe buy the trash can so it looks better? Yes. Okay. How much do you charge? Well, name your rate. So it really can just go like that. And all it takes for you guys to do is just get out there, get out of your comfort zone a little bit, and just start asking. The answer is always no until you ask. And I can't stress that enough. That's one thing I learned from my parents. We used to sell these pen pots. Here's another idea. We used to sell these pen pots growing up. My parents would make us do this because we were 13-year-old kids that everyone would be like, oh, they're so cute. Look at those kids. we'd go into these businesses and we would sell these pen pots. It was a little mini pot, like a flower pot, mixed or filled with beans, and it would be a pen that was in there wrapped with some green floral stuff with a little fake flower attached to it. So there was like 3 pens, and it looked like a little flower pot, except it was pens. We call them pen pots. And by the way, I think that was a catalyst for my little entrepreneur journey. But I learned that even though people say no, there's a lot of people who will say yes too. So you got to get over that fear also of being told no. The answer is always no until you ask. But if you go into some of these places, hey, I got a power washer. Do you guys have a power washing company? Are you willing to try me out? Can I even give you a demo? Because everyone likes clean premises. So you don't need much. It is a little heavier on the initial cost because you got to buy a tank and you got to buy a good power washer. Some high-end trailers actually have giant tanks and they have boilers to heat the water, and they have like super crazy high pressure jets, but you don't necessarily have to do that initially to get into this field. And you could also expand into things like residential services where you're cleaning people's driveways. Maybe you have some driveway that's overgrown, or you can clean fences. You can bring that color and that wood back to life, because a lot of, you've probably seen these videos on social media, but a lot of these people will have fences that just get gross and grimy, and then the power washer comes in and cleans it, and it looks really, really good. And in this, you're going to have a big expense, which is probably going to be water. So if you can navigate that amongst some soap or some chemicals, you're not looking too bad. You can easily make that $100 to $500 a day, $100 an hour, $500 a day, and $2,500 a week. It could put you over 6 figures very quickly. I have heard stories and I have seen videos of people, one-man armies, by the way, which is all what we are to start, usually, one-man armies that go in and start doing what I've literally told you guys you could do, and they've turned their little tiny power washing side gig into a multi-million-dollar company with a lot of employees. So it's possible. It can definitely be done. A little bit more on the investing side in the beginning, but it might have a good trade-off, especially if you have a good work ethic. I think you will be just fine. Now, to the juicy part. I told you guys a little bit ago and a couple of times throughout the video that I have some juicy information that I want you guys to try. And it doesn't necessarily have to be with one of these side hustles, but specific to landscaping and lawn care and power washing. I have an idea for you. And I've seen some people do this on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. You could do it with car detailing too, by the way. People really like this. Not that you want to detail cars for free, but the last video I saw of somebody doing this was this video of a guy, probably younger male, who was going around to people's houses that had way overgrown grass, way overgrown bushes. You get the idea. It looked bad, and they were getting letters from the HOA in the city being like, basically, if you don't fix this, you're going to start getting fined. And this poor old lady, she really couldn't afford to have somebody come and do it. And then when she would make phone calls to people, they wouldn't even come out. So this guy, by the way, for free, said, if you let me film all this content and film you and your reactions to this stuff, I will mow your lawn, I will trim the bushes, I will clean this house up, I will clean your driveway, because there was like grass growing out of the driveway and everything too. I will clean all this stuff up for free if you just let me video it. And sure enough, like, what is she going to say? No, like, I don't record this. So yes, she said yes. And it was this time-lapse video of him doing all of this stuff. And boy, I'll tell you, it was the greatest transformation ever. This house looked really bad. I'm talking grass that was probably a foot high, bushes that hid the whole house. And he went and did this for free, by the way. Man, I really want to do this, by the way. But he did this for free just for his channel. His Instagram, Facebook, and his YouTube. And why this is so cool And a good idea, in my opinion, is because, as you know, and if you don't, now you will, you can make good money on social media, especially YouTube and especially TikTok. And people eat these videos up. So what he ended up doing, offering a free service, ended up banking him and making him so much money off of social media that now he has hundreds of thousands of followers. Now he's making money off of all the ads in his videos, kind of like what I'm doing here. I'm making helpful videos and people want ad space on my videos. And I did this and I started this for free and it's growing. This is great. And you guys have been wonderful, by the way. I love the support. But you can do this too. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And specifically with like lawn care and maintenance, if you go buy a mower and you start doing that, and then maybe 1 month you buy a weed whacker, you get the idea. You don't have to start big, but you start videoing this stuff, high quality videos, high quality audio. You start posting it. People really eat this stuff up. I also see a lot of people doing this for car details. If you want to start giving car details out for free, or especially the ones who are that are really dirty, I think you got to be a little passionate about it. But you can do that too. Power washing as well. And really, the kind of pattern here is that whatever you do, if you start recording it, just kind of like I did here, it's a really, 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 really easy and it's a free way to A, market, and B, make more side income as well. And I wanted to end the video with that little juicy tidbit. I highly suggest you guys use that. And it may take some time for you to build up an audience, but people really like that. That might be something I do where I go over summer, I find the worst houses and I give them a service for free, which is wonderful in my opinion and very kind-hearted and just awesome, and you get good content out of it. Because I bet that we can make over $100 an hour, over six figures a year. And I don't know when, maybe it takes a whole year to get there, but we could do that. I could do that. I think quicker than we think. So anyways, take it for what it is, guys. And as always, I don't know why I waited till the end to do this. All glory to God. I said I would say it in every video, and so far we have. So thank you so much for your support. All glory to God. Remember, I just started a t-shirt company. Please check out the t-shirts. The link is going to be in the description below. Harold's Terrific Tees, the name of my grandpa, by the way, and haroldsheavyduty.com are going to get you there. We're going to do drops, and we have really cool designs incoming. I'm really excited for these. So give it a check, give it a look is what I'm trying to say. Give it a look, and if you like the t-shirts, well, you know what to do.